I know the ways you try to please and believe me. I see it in the way you're breathing. I hear it in the way you need to be needed. If only they could see you like I see you. If only they could see you like I see you. I know the love's been disappointing. I know the lovers keep on coming and going. I know you need to feel at home, and you're hoping they come and they show you with arms wide open. If only they could see you like I see you. If only they could see you like I see you, like I see you. When life gets hard, my girl, no, I won't let you down. You fall apart, my girl, yes I will stick around. I know you got a lot to carry. I know this world can feel alone and too scary. I know the city where the people just barely make time and the feelings feel real so rarely. If only they could see you like I see you. If only they could see you like I see you, like I see you. If only they could see you like I see you. If only they could see you like I see you, like I see you. When life gets hard, my girl, no, I won't let you down. You fall apart, my girl, yes I will stick around. When life gets hard, my girl, no, I won't let you down. You fall apart, my girl, yes I will stick around. I will stick around. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Talk to me.
I mean, it's hard to, after hearing you. I haven't seen you perform live in over a year, and your music washes over us. And really, you talk about intention and impact, and the impact of your voice, Raina, is so, it's so, what's the word I'm looking for? Awesome. I mean, you know, it's a word we use to mean a lot of things, but awe-inspiring. You know, it's really incredible to have you here. So I want to give you a chance to just talk a little bit about yourself, where you come from, your musical inspirations. Your album, If They're Mine, just came out 2 months ago, right? About?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. And I really quickly just want to say, you know, I've seen you, I've witnessed you over the last 6 years develop this incredible sound from, you know, just playing in your mom's home on the piano and sharing some songs with me and Jake, your brother, who's a good friend of mine, and seeing that development where you know, put in so much work and so much time into crafting your sound, but at the core of that is just your songwriting. And so there's you can throw all the production on something, right? And still, if the song isn't there, if it doesn't actually have that impact, then all of the you know, thousands of dollars of production aren't going to do it, right? But all of your songs come from this place of just pure intention and experience, and you tapped into that really well. So I don't want to talk anymore. Can you?
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Give it up one more time for Raina.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Talk a little bit about your journey together.
Well, thanks for saying all that, man. That means a lot. And wow, yeah. I mean, I on so many levels, thank you. It's important to me that the songs are the center for me, and so I'm so glad that that is communicated and that they stand, because it's such a. It's really, yeah. That's like the juice and the joy for me. So yeah, I mean, what can I say? I come from a family of musicians, as you know. Got a bunch. My parents are musicians. My brother's a musician. My brother Jake Socolo Gonzalez produced the record. So a lot of just music as being our mode of expression and communication, and and I think inside of a cacophony, I sort of was like, I gotta do my own thing, Even though it was music related, I went to the piano and I was like, I'm just gonna write these songs that I can do by myself, sort of. I think I had this need to carve out my own little corner inside of a lot of music. So I think that's what the songwriting comes from. It's like, it's the place that I go when I need to make order out of chaos. So yeah.
I love the way that you put that. I write songs as well, and I find them to be this kind of self-therapy, right? You can find something in your life that's an experience, a feeling, a thought, pain that you might be dealing with, joy that you might be experiencing, and how you express it through this beautiful extension. It transcends ordinary experience, right? And it also allows you to kind of flush sometimes whatever you're going through. It's like, all right, let me put this into a song so I don't have to so it gets out of here. It's not,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there have been songs where I'll cry while I'm just singing. I'm part of it. I write from improvisation, so I'll find, harmony is so juicy, so you just have, I don't know if my keys are on, but whatever, just one chord. There's so much in there in terms of emotional information. So for me, the way that I write is I find harmony that compels me to sing over it, and then I improvise, and I improvise lyrics and melody together, and then I'll record them a lot, and then I'll sort of uncover what the story's about. And so a lot of times I'm like, wow, I didn't know I was even feeling that way, or I didn't know how to give language to some kind of internal tension. And so I'm so in that way, really, it helps me understand what I'm processing.
Well, you're damn good at it, man. And
Thanks, man.
we love having you here. We're gonna hear some more music.
Awesome.
And one last thing I want to say is, in The Bear, I just love the animals and their story through that, or how they kind of all represent different, what seems as the listener, kind of different facets of the subject. We could talk more about that, but that was one observation.
No, I love that impact. Yeah,
all right, let's give it up for Raina. Let's give it up for Stonegate Farm for hosting us today. Orange County Arts Council, Real Song Studios, Tom Kennedy in the back, for supporting this program as well. Let's get back to the music.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for having me. This space, you can see this beautiful barn, and the outside space of Stonegate is so, so beautiful. So, it's a blessing to be here. Okay. All right, I'm going to play another one off the album. How's everybody feeling? You feeling good? Awesome. I don't know what anyone was expecting today, so I have no idea. I'm aligning with that expectation. They're totally changing it up, but either way. Thank you, Council of the Arts.
Thank you, Raina.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for everybody being here today. And whoops, they keep telling me to get in here. I'm like, it's not about me. It's about. But I don't think I can say too much more than what I said before. Other than that, I always catch things in your lyrics when I'm experiencing them that, kind of like you were talking about the impact, it always shifts with your own experience as a listener. Wherever you're at in your life, it's going to hit you differently. And you, in 40 days, one thing I've been wanting to ask you actually for a while, when you wrote that song, is the subject in that song, that you in that song, is that you? And you can say, I don't want to, it can be whatever, but.
No, the truth is that that song was one that I sort of, I don't ever really set out with an intention of like, this is what I'm going to write about.
Right.
But I think as I'm developing my craft, I have a little bit more of a concrete sense. A part of like, my young songwriter and a part of just being less, in certain ways, conscious was that this stuff would come through me. And so that one, that one just happened. Like I didn't set out really with any kind of intention. And what's interesting about that too is that in releasing the album and doing all this press release stuff, which is a really interesting, it was like, where did you write this song? What's it about? I started to dive into what that song is about. And I think for me, that song is about not being able to let go. And so I think for me, yeah, these different entry points to not being able to let go. But I'm super curious about framing it that way.
Yeah. And we can talk more about that.
We will.
But it always caught me, recently it caught me like, for 40 Days and 40 Nights, I mentioned you as a kind of vision for what you wanted to be, for a future artist self. Yeah, but that's just where it hit me.
No, I love that though.
Yeah.
I love that.
Anyway,
Cool.
we're not going to have this whole conversation here, but thank you again so much to the Orange County Arts Council.
Thank you.
Thank you to Stonegate Farm. Matthew Benson of Stonegate Farm is around here somewhere, and he's been so kind to lend his space to us for several of these concerts this summer. Stonegate Farm is a beautiful farm in Newburgh, New York that does lots of different programming. They have Cultivate Apothecary, which is a wellness line that they create skincare products and also health products from botanicals that they grow here in the farm. You can find out more about that and all the other programming they do. They have a dirt kitchen here where they do dinners several times throughout the summer, where they have pizza from Brick Oven Pizza that they use veggies from the farms for. All sorts of amazing stuff, stonegatefarmny.org. And you can find out more about the Orange County Arts Council, ocartscouncil.org. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Real Song Studios for sponsoring. Bless.
Thank you so much.
All right.